Anthony Davis bumped legs with Nikola Jokic late in the second quarter on Sunday. He left the game and did not return. Davis sat out 2 games last week to rest that same Achilles injury that he had. So, Matt, let me ask you this. What do you make of this particular situation the Lakers find themselves in if AD has to sit out an extended period of time?
Well, George, this worries me a little bit. And correct me if I'm wrong, I think this started last year in the playoffs, in the finals, where he kind of tweaked it. Obviously, a short off season. He didn't really get to rest it as long as possible. And I think our colleague Richard Jefferson point, you can be great and false move can re-aggravate it. It looks like that's what happened last night. If they have to miss AD for an extended amount of time during the regular season, I think they can keep the ship afloat. But for any championship aspirations, we all know AD has to be at his best.
So who has to step up the most in this situation, Matt, if you're the Lakers?
I think it's a tough situation because people are talking about, do you raise LeBron's minutes? Someone that first comes to mind is Montrez Harrell, someone who's been having a great season that they picked up and acquired from the Clippers. I think his role increases, but normally, it's always the next man up mentality. But when you lose a star like AD and we're not sure how long he's going to be down, it's going to take a team effort to kind of accumulate what he was able to do by himself.
All right, we now welcome in senior NBA insider and the best in the business, Adrian Wojnarowski. So, Woj, what is the latest on AD's Achilles?
Yeah, guys, he's getting that MRI, I'm told, in Denver, where the team played last night. And, they'll get a sense of if there's any more damage or anything that they've got to account for in that re-aggravation. But I think you can expect that Anthony Davis is going to sit for a period of time here, perhaps maybe even through until the All-Star break, which is March 5th to the 10th. But they need to see that MRI. He needs to go through that process, and then there will be a timeline from there. But I think you heard Anthony Davis last night. It's obvious they're going to be cautious with this, and they need him to stay healthy. They need this to not be a lingering issue for them. And so I think you'll expect that, Anthony Davis probably is not going to play here for a period of time until they get him past this, hopefully.
Well, this team obviously has a ton of depth. They added a lot of depth here in the offseason. When you look at just kind of the current makeup of the roster, we were just talking about it, Matt and I, who needs to step up in these situations?
Well, I think, certainly for the Lakers, Kyle Kuzma probably playing, a more significant role, wanting to get great consistency out of him. Matt mentioned, Montrez Harrell. You're going to have to see if you lose a player of Anthony Davis's stature for a period of time, you're going to have to see guys elevate all over the team. There's only so much you can ask of LeBron. You can't. Listen, they can't, and certainly they know this, you can't ask too much from LeBron in a regular season stretch. He has played, he's been there every night this year. He's probably the front runner for the MVP. But I think most importantly, like if you're the Lakers, you're not worried about seeding. You're not worried about home court advantage, especially in this season, perhaps without fans. But this is a group that knows if it's healthy, if Anthony Davis is at the top of his game, they'll play anybody anywhere in the postseason. They just need him to be healthy.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.